mindfulness meditation and how it has changed my life and is continuing to change my life every day. Hi, everybody. My name is Zeke, aka All In Movement. I'm here just to talk to you a little bit about how mindfulness meditation has changed my life, especially since I am a PTSD victim, if you will. And it's something that has been weighing on my heart. And, I've struggled for a long time with what do I do? How do I make this better? How do I fix my family life? How do I fix my personal life? How do I get over my issues? I know because I used to be kind of like the life of the party before, the situations that I went through. And, when I came back, naturally, I became recluse. And so I want to get the old me back, and that is my kind of journey here. And to get back to who I was before I became what they wanted me to be. I was in the military, did a tour in Iraq, and I realized then that I was not a killer. I was not somebody who wanted to take another life anymore. That was just not who I was, and because of that, I grew. I grew as a person, and I grew I guess my intuitionally, I guess, if you will. So when I came back, I naturally had some issues that I was dealing with because of that. But I started doing some homework after some time and how to change because I was ready to make the change. And so I did some research and looked into mindfulness meditation, and I started practicing that. Now, in other YouTube videos I've talked a little bit about solfeggi frequencies, 528 hertz, things of that nature, and I use this with my mindfulness meditation. I'll go and I'll put on a 528 hertz, and I'll go and just start streaming that for a meditation as a background music, because it kind of puts you in the right state of Zen. I mean, there's a lot of things out there you can do. You can go through the whole chakras if you wanted to, and find a video out there how to cleanse and clear your chakras. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. But let's just start on the mindfulness meditation right now. And with that, like I said, I put my 528 hertz in, and I take my time then, and I try to focus on nothing. And I know that is extremely hard. So what I do, instead of trying to just sit there and focus on nothing, because let's be real, focusing on nothing is sometimes a chore in itself. So I try to focus on my breathing, because when you start focusing on your breathing, you do it for time to time, eventually it becomes a repetition, and you kind of trick yourself there. So what I like to do is I like to do the 4-4-4 technique, a little technique I learned from Ralph Smart with Infinite Waters, and it's basically 4-4-4. You breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it 4 seconds, and you exhale for 4 seconds. Sounds pretty simple. That's because it is. So, yeah, and that's what I do. I sit there, I'll sit there and I'll just try to clear my mind. And instead of thinking about things, I'll think about breathing and counting. So I breathe in. Just like that. And when you breathe in for those 4 seconds, you are breathing in, and you are breathing in the energy that you want. You are breathing in the good sensations that you want. You are just breathing in life. You're breathing in prana. You're breathing in, what you feel, is going to keep you alive here on earth. You are breathing that in, and when you exhale, you are exhaling all your stresses. Because that is what this is supposed to do. You're supposed to exhale all your stresses and just relax. Sometimes that when you'll be sitting there and you'll try to focus on your breathing, of course, and an image will pop in your mind. That's okay. That is totally okay. Try not to linger and focus on that thing, let it come and go, but it's okay. It could be something that you need to see. It could be something, and maybe an answer to your question. It could be something that means nothing, but it's something that, it's okay. Eventually, if you just keep focusing on your breathing, you will, eventually create, what they call mindfulness meditation. When you start getting that breathing down, you then start going and start from the bottom of your feet and start focusing on every bit of who you are. We have energy flowing through us all throughout our whole entire body. I mean, we are just, electrons and everything just bouncing all over through us. We are full of energy. And, I want you, when you sit there and you start to meditate and you're focusing on your breathing, to start to focus on your toes and feel them. Feel the energy, feel them start to tingle. Feel everything with that, and start to go through your heel, up through your calf, your ankle, through your calf, all the way up to your knee. And, as you're going through this thing, starting to feel who you are, reconnect with who you truly are. Like, we go through day-to-day purposes and we forget how to breathe. We just do it inherently. But it becomes this thing where we take it for granted. And so we don't even know who we are. So as you're doing this meditation and you're just imagining yourself kind of coming alive, it's amazing how you're going to feel. Now, let's say you get to a spot where you feel a little bit of tension, maybe a little bit of built up energy, maybe a little bit of pain. What I want you to do then is, in those areas, imagine yourself healing itself. Imagine you taking away that pain and how it would feel. Now, I know this is not going to be something that happens all, quickly, blah, 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 but this is a journey, people. This is a journey. This is to help you slowly, without any negative pills or anything like that going into your body. This is how to heal yourself. And it takes time, but it's worth it. When you go through it and you can just imagine yourself healing itself, all the way up through your body, go all the way up, when you get to your head, go to, even in your mental, allow yourself to do it. I know some people have had bad issues that they're dealing with in their head, and maybe things that have done to them. Allow yourself to realize that those things are in your past. They were there for a reason, in whatever journey you were going through at that point. Maybe you had to learn that to become where you are now. Maybe you had to go through that traumatic experience, as bad as it may be, to awaken you to a whole new beginning, a whole new life. They say to create, you must first destroy. And, I believe that you need to destroy the old self, the ego, and learn how to just live, love, have fun. It's hard for some of us, I understand. And it takes a while. But step by step, you will start to notice and feel the benefits after doing this, for 30 minutes a day. Just take the time, either early in the morning, late at night before you go to bed. Take 30 minutes, people. We've got 30 minutes. We live in abundance. We live in abundance. Take 30 minutes of your day. Clear your mind. You will be so thankful for how you feel. I promise you. This is something that, that I personally have felt almost immediately. About doing this for about a week, I just completely started to feel myself sleeping better. I felt my anxiety being able to go down dramatically, because when you breathe in, for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 4 seconds, what you're kind of doing, and you are doing, is you're kind of resetting your frequency with who you are. So you're kind of saying, okay, I'm breathing pretty heavy because I'm anxious. So when you're anxious, what do? You go, or when you're scared, you breathe heavy and fast. But when you're calm, you breathe slow. You're conscious of your breathing. And, when we as people can slow down and be conscious of what we're breathing, what we're thinking, and what we're doing, our anxiety levels will start to slow down, because you're slowly changing that frequency. It's kind of going like this, and, when you're anxious, it's doing this. But when you can slow it down by your breathing, and you can do that you can kind of make it go like this to slow it down to something where it's actually manageable, where your heart rate isn't pounding, where your blood in your brain isn't expanding because of stress. You can actually think. You're releasing dopamines in your brain and serotonin, which you're going to be happy. These things are great reasons to meditate and do mindfulness meditation. Remember, people, mindfulness is the key. It is trying to recommunicate with the simplest thing, who you are. We have been taken from this for a lot of different reasons, and we need to realize that we can heal ourselves, in a way. We can do all kinds of things, and it's very simple. We just got to look inwards. And when we can take care of ourselves, it changes the entire world. We're in a situation these days where things are looking grimacing at times, and I really hope that we as an entire world can just kind of realize that love is what we need, and with love we can move mountains, we can do all kinds of things, we can mend broken hearts, we can do all kinds of love. Love is the key, people. And with that being said, I just want to thank you guys for your time. If you like what you heard and seen, I please do a like or subscribe, please, because this is something I'm going to continue to do. And if not for you, for me, because it helps me. And if I can help one person, it's well worth it. Once again, my name is Zeke, aka All in Movement. One love. Till next time. Peace.